Question 750. Thomas, an elderly man with a collection of classic cars, lives next door to Bobby, a 16-year-old high school junior, and his family. Thomas promises that if Bobby shovels snow from the sidewalk in front of Thomas's house during the upcoming winter, then Thomas will let Bobby select a car to keep from the older man's collection. Bobby does, in fact, keeps the sidewalk free from snow throughout the winter. In April, however, a few days before Bobby plans to pick out his car, Thomas dies. Thomas's estate administrator refuses to release any of the cars to Bobby, who sues. Bobby's lawsuit will probably A. Succeed, because Thomas is not present to contradict Bobby's version of events. B. Fail, because Bobby is a minor. C. Fail, because shoveling snow does not meet the standard of sufficient consideration for a promise to provide a car. D. Succeed, because courts generally do not rule on the relative value of consideration. Correct answer is D. Succeed, because courts generally do not rule on the relative value of consideration. While Thomas's absence might make it harder to contest Bobby's claims about the agreement, the legal validity of the contract itself is the primary issue, not merely the ability to contradict. In California, contracts entered into by minors, those under 18, are generally voidable at the option of the minor. However, if the minor performs their part of the contract, the adult party is typically bound. Bobby fully performed. The minor's lack of capacity usually protects the minor, not the other party trying to escape the contract. The rule that a minor's contract is voidable by the minor means the adult party is generally held to their end if the minor performs. Courts typically do not evaluate the adequacy or fairness of consideration, as long as some bargained for legal detriment or benefit exists. The act of shoveling snow, though seemingly minor compared to a car, is a definite performance of a requested act, which constitutes valid consideration. It's not a pre-existing duty, and it was done in exchange for the promise. In a unilateral contract where the offeree, Bobby, has fully performed before the offerer's, Thomas's, death, the contract is generally binding on the deceased offerer's estate. The offer could not be revoked once substantial performance began, and here, performance was completed.